Have you ever tried eating while watching anime and ended up missing half of the dialogue because you're busy eating? Today, I'm going to teach you the art of eating and watching anime without losing track of the plot, without needing the almighty, the Sharingan. Y'all don't know about the almighty for real. Before we start the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would help me out a lot with algorithm and getting people to know how to watch anime while eating, right? As I'm a small channel, I get no views, no comments, no likes, no shares. I get absolutely fucking nothing. Nada. Right? Capiche? I get nothing. So it'd be greatly appreciated if you could do something with the video. With that being said, let's get into how to watch and eat anime like a pro. First thing is going to be the distance of the screen, right? The rule of thumb when it comes to this is the closer the screen, the less visual clarity there is, and the harder it's going to be to read the subtitles. This phenomenon, I dubbed myself. Maybe there's actual scientific studies for this, but I'm gonna name it myself. It's called the XXX author subtitle phenomenon. As you would think, it'd make more sense like the closer you are to the screen, the quicker your eyes can focus on it, because I don't know, that's what you think, right? But that's actually not true. Of course, if the screen is too far from you when it comes to it, it's going to be too hard to read. But within moderation, the farther the screen, the easier to read. My working theory on this is that your eyes are being overstimulated and don't have enough time to focus. For example, let's run an experiment. Put your hand in front of your face and let's see how long it takes your eyes to focus on your hand, right? Now, do the same from a reasonable distance and see how long it takes your eyes to focus on your hand. If this test is done correctly, you'll see that your eyes focus better when your hand is at a moderate distance. So let's just focus on having this screen at a moderate distance when watching anime. The second attribute or method in which eating and watching anime becomes easier is very simple. Just time the line breaks. So what do I mean by this? When you're watching anime with subtitles, there are usually two lines of sentences on screen. What you can do with this is read the two lines and take a bite or two of your food. Or if you feel like the sentence won't be over within those two lines of sentences, don't take a bite and keep on watching the screen, as you will get a flow of how the conversation is going and when the pauses in the sentences will be. It's like Isagi from Blue Lock, right? He's in the flow state. Or Konokodo's basketball. They've always had a flow state, right? When you're eating and watching anime, you need to get into a flow state. You need to be locked in, for real, right? And that's why you need to go back and watch my video on how to watch anime like a pro, so that can really help you get into that flow state. And a little caveat is that sometimes, depending on who writes the subtitles, if the sentence isn't over at the end of the sentence line, there'll be 3 dots indicating that the sentence will continue. This is a telltale sign for you to not take a bite and keep on looking at the screen. Lastly, you're going to want to take advantage of the arrow key mechanic. What is this? This is when you use the arrow key to skip 5 or 10 seconds ahead or behind. This ultimately allows you to dictate and control the flow without the hassle of manually picking up your mouse or tapping the screen and sliding the time back and forth. This isn't as flashy as my last one, as the flow state one, right? Because you're going to be in the flow state. It's like a game, right? But this is nonetheless a really effective method that I sometimes use, but as I'm a pro, I'm in the flow state quite often when I'm watching anime. There's also usually a skip ahead and back button on the screen, but once again, this is more of a hassle to click the button than it is to use the arrow key method if you're using a computer or a laptop. If you're using a phone, the double tap mechanic on the screen might work. If not, the manual 10 seconds ahead and behind button will be your best friend. The reason why it's better on your phone is because your hands are closer, it can tap quicker, but on a computer it's just not as intuitive. I digress. To activate the arrow key mechanic, I'll show it on screen. You're going to want to click the screen to pause the video, then click it again. Once this is done, you can use the arrow key pointing to the right or left to go 5 seconds or 10 seconds ahead in time, right? And you can also use it to go 5 or 10 seconds behind in time. One last quick tip, maybe choose some easy food to eat, like some hand food like pizza or fries, you know? That's gonna help watching anime with subtitles amazingly. So guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you use a combination of all these tips, you will eat and watch anime like a pro. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, right? And all of that would help me out immensely when it comes to the algorithm, right? Let me know in the comments how you thug it out. Tell me how you push P when you're watching anime. You know, how you eating it, the food, or you don't eat it all. Like, if that's your thing, that's not my thing. I don't know. Once again, watch my video on how to watch anime like a pro. You know, eating food is absolutely essential to watching anime for me. But once again, watch the video to find out more about that. Once again, let's go over the tips. You have the key mechanics, the double tapping for your phone. You're gonna have the line break method, right, to get you in the flow state. Lastly, remember to have the screen at a moderate distance so you can have the best watching experience and your eyes can adjust properly and react quickly enough. I already told you to like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm going to tell you again to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's gonna be the end of the video. Sayonara. Sayonara. Mananani.